I was in control of my race from start. I got out and actually felt myself surge again, but I was also telling myself to, be really smart because we have rounds to run. So to ease through the line and still run 10:86 again into a headwind is always a good indicator. So I'm excited for tomorrow.
Do you think you were cursed with the wind? Because it was like positive for the first 2 heats and then turns around for you.
Yeah, no, I feel like everything happens that way for a reason. 2 years ago, actually, the wind was on my side, but it was too windy. I ran 10:69 on a 2.9 on my back. So, it's only a matter of time before I get the times that I want. So if the wind, wants to do that, I just know that me still being able to run fast times into a strong headwind indicates that I know for a fact that I'm where I'm supposed to be.
What are the times that you want?
I mean, the goal is always to shoot for the stars. 10:75 into a negative headwind kind of equates around to like 10:6. So, obviously I would love to run 10:6, but I also don't want to focus too much on the times and just focus on my execution because that's what's been getting me the results that I want. So, in due time.
What was so much work into being here? Do you feel can you feel that you're here?
Yes, absolutely. I could feel it literally 2 weeks ago. The minute we got back for pre and we started getting ready for these trials, it was like, okay, any minute now, any day now. But I always remind myself to, just be patient, just stay in the moment of where you are, embrace those hard training days. And of course in Florida, the heat is out of this world. So, I'm just taking it one day, one practice one meet at a time.
Is that easier to do with your increasing notoriety here?
Absolutely. It's just like not letting the moment or not letting these trials be I'm trying not to make it bigger than what it already is. I've been doing a really good job at just focusing in on Melissa and what I need to do in order to execute my races the way I need to. And so that's been working for me. So I'm going to keep doing it no matter if it's the U.S. trials.
Is this as good as you've ever felt as a sprinter?
Yes, I would have to say so, yes. Or it's probably the best I've ever felt, but it's definitely been the closest. Back in 2022 is like, I was riding on the high of a collegiate season and all of the accomplishments that I was able to accomplish then. But really now it's just, me coming into my own person, knowing what it means to be a professional athlete in this sport and, striving to accomplish the goals that I want to each and every day. So
there's nothing you've changed in your routine or anything like that? Or anything that you can pinpoint as being difficult?
If anything, I would say the biggest change for me has just been mindset. I've always had the willpower to want to do great and be good, but then it also comes with knowing that sometimes in order to get to another level, you have to be okay with making sacrifices. And for a while, I struggled with that. And now, when it comes time when it comes time that I have to make a sacrifice, it's not as easy to, part ways with whatever that may be at the time.
Have you made any big sacrifices this year?
This year, no, not really any big sacrifices. I mean, if you want to call it big, it's really my diet. I started working with a chef, but just being consistent on what I put in my body and being mindful and conscious of that. And everybody has different things that works for them, but I know for me the biggest thing this year was just, being disciplined in the things I do off the track. So I would say that's probably the biggest difference.
Is there anything that you used to love eating that you're not eating anymore?
Culver's. Culver's is the big one. Yeah, I can't wait to have a Culver's Deluxe with no onions and tomatoes.
Hey Melissa, you ran into a negative 1.5 headwind. Did you feel it?
I'm thinking back now. Yes and no. Okay, I felt me about to hit my acceleration again, and I was like, oh, it's the prelims, chill out. So then I was like, okay, let's just cruise to the line. And then I saw the time was there, said 11:11. I said, well, dang, did I chill too much? And then I saw my time come up, and I was like, oh, wow, that's kind of crazy.
And I just actually carried the same thing. You and TT and Melissa, y'all are running really fast through these rounds. Like, what is Coach Dennis doing?
How we be down there working. The people don't understand. Like, the block, we get after it, okay? Like, literally every single day, day in and day out, it's a championship filled atmosphere at practice. So when we come here, it's nothing different that we haven't already been, applying to ourselves on a daily basis. So you guys seeing us run these fast times out here, it's like we've been doing this in practice. It's just a matter of getting to the meet and actually doing it when it matters the most.
And I was looking at one of the interviews that you did with me in 2022, and you were still at Coastal Carolina, and that was when you won. You've kind of been blessed with 2 back-to-back good coaches. Like, what can you attribute that to? How does that feel?
The Lord, honestly. But, it's just, I've always been that person, like I said before, like when you want to elevate, or you feel like you're right there, but you're so close, but you're not exactly there. It's about making those sacrifices, but also standing on those. Had I left my collegiate coach with the mindset of, oh, I'll never be as good as I am without him, then I probably wouldn't be having the type of success I am with Coach Mitchell. But I'm that person. I've always been a student of the sport. I'm a learner, and if coach is the guy that's going to get me to where I'm going to be, then that's what it's going to have to take. But I'm all ears. I'm always open and listening, and I'm okay with change. Sometimes it's not always easy or accepted, but it's up to me individually to, if I want to accomplish the things I want to accomplish, then to make sure that I'm doing what I need to on all fronts. And then if it's not working, then we can take a step back and reevaluate.
Is there a specific part of your race that you think is better this year compared to last year?
Really, I would say just my transition. I've always kind of had top end, but I've always also always had the start, and it's always been kind of like the middle for me. So I'm doing a better job of being way more consistent with the middle part of my race, and that's what's been making the difference for me. Just knowing how to hit those gears and accelerate again when it matters most. Yeah.
Why are you so good at starts?
You said, why am I so good at starts? I don't know. I don't know. It's a part of the race, and it's something that I want to perfect and be the best at. But any sprinter, they would want to have like all aspects of the race be their best part. Obviously, it's life in reality. Some people are better starters than they are finishers. Some people are better finishers than they are starters. But my goal is to always go out there and try to be the most complete sprinter there is.
Is that always the case? Have you always been a great starter? Or is that something?
No, when I got to college, I was a terrible starter, and then it over time it just kind of like clicked and snapped, and then one day I was a great starter. Thank you guys.
Thank you.